Good day, everyone. Welcome, my friends, to the channel once again. Today, I received a package that I was not actually expecting to arrive. I already chalked it up to experience and thought I'd never see this toy ever again. This one is a pre-order that I did last year, and this is from, you could see it, HK Happy Corner, a very nice toy seller. I pre-ordered this last year. I chalked it up to experience that I might not be able to get it because of high demand, and yeah, it happens. I did not expect this. I received an email that the order was completed. Then I was kind of weirded out by the email because I haven't received it. And then before I went out to get groceries today, I came across the delivery person looking for our house, and here it is. This is from the Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy animated series over at Netflix. Okay, being redundant. Let's open this up and take a look. It's kind of well packaged. I don't know where to cut, so let's cut here and hope we don't. Yeah, JRS really did a number on the packaging, making sure that the package is inside and secure. Okay. What happens when you package it too tightly? You get creases on the box. You could already see what this is. This is the I hope open it. You could already see the damage to the box. Well, you could argue that it's my fault, where you could just pop it open like that. Alright, so today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy from Netflix. Autobot Elita 1, the deluxe. Yeah, you can see already the damage to the box. Look at that. But it really does not matter to me, as I would open this up, take a look at the figure, not really resell it, place it with the other Autobots, and then that's it. Yeah, like I said, I thought I would never get this figure. I thought maybe I get a refund or something, or I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from the shop for a long time. Well, I did because I pre-ordered other stuff and I haven't been able to complete that order yet. Yes, sorry. That's my fault. But I thought I wasn't. Yeah, anyway. So this is the Elita 1, the deluxe class Elita 1 from the Netflix Transformers series. Like every time we take a look at the toy, we also take a look at the packaging. This is a beat up box, but like I said, it's okay as long as I got the figure. So the box is your standard Netflix Transformers box, white instead of black. Still has that strange, weird wedge shape. Illustration of Elita at the side, and on the other side is a noirish black and red and white rendition of the Earthrise. This is the Earthrise promo picture. Excuse me. And at the back is a product rendering of Elita in his robot form and in his car form. If you can look at the box, you could see that it is mostly Japanese. So this is a Takara Tomy version. This is from Japan, which would make it a little bit more expensive than the usual. So I guess they did not or wasn't able to get a North Am release or a Southeast Asian release, and they had to order from Japan to fill up their pre-orders, I guess. Do I still have a box in here? Maybe I do. I know I have the other box here somewhere. Oh yeah, I think I got rid of all of the other Netflix boxes. But I'm quite sure that most of those boxes had English on their boxes instead of Japanese. So I'm pretty sure this is the Takara Tomy version. And yeah, you could clearly see that it has the Takara Tomy logo and none of the Hasbro logo. So kudos to Hubby Corner for filling out their orders, even if they had to fill it out with a more expensive version of the toy. Even though this version is, I'm almost sure, yes, I'm sure, would be just the same as the Hasbro version. Okay, still looking for that box. I can't see it. It's probably gone. I just cleaned. I just cleaned up the room, okay, organized other stuff, and I don't know where the other stuff were. So yeah, that's enough for the packaging. I'm excited to open it. I know, the mold of this toy is not really that great. Other people just cut her and RC loose from their backpacks, and yeah. Okay, let's open that up. Okay, so now we have her outside of her box, and she looks like she's ready to go exploring with her huge backpack. I know there's been a lot of gripe about this mold, especially with RC, which also shares the same mold. They do not share the same head, but they do share the same engineering. Also, if you could see, there's a lot of changes with the tooling and the details between the two ladies. Mostly in the torso area, you could see older sister Elita here has. They're not really sisters, I know, but Elita 1 here is the original Fembot. I think she was introduced way earlier than RC was. RC was introduced during the 1986 movie, or 84 or 86 movie. My memory is failing me, but Elita has been sort of been introduced earlier. So yeah, Elita is the OG Fembot, and I think Elita we currently we just had a more modern version, or the first toy of Elita ever. Like, we had the first Quintesson toy ever, official Hasbro product. Anyway, I'm rambling. If you could see the two ladies here, they both come with the same weapon. I'm not sure if this is how the Hasbro Elita look. Probably the same, since they have that unification thingy going. This is the Hasbro version, the Takara Tomy version of the Netflix. Well, according to the box, I'm just assuming things. I do not really know a lot of things, and I'm just taking a look at these things. So if those people who will be commenting that I should know a lot about things, I'm just taking a look at toys, okay, and just sharing with you my very limited knowledge about other stuff, about stuff like this. I grew up with this stuff. I wasn't really paying attention that much, like I wasn't paying attention at school. I know they exist and I enjoyed them. So anyway, yeah. I think the first official version of Elita was from the Power of the Primes, from the trilogy of toys that came before this trilogy, which is the War for Cybertron. So I have here the Power of the Primes Voyager class Elita which is a combiner, since Power of the Primes is actually Combiner Wars Part 2, if I remember correctly. They had that Abominus Volcanicus. They had a Starscream that turns to a torso, and which is Elita's. Sorry about this. Moldmate, or was featured in that. So they do share the same colors, if you could see. So this is the Power of Prime's Voyager Elita. I think this was the first official Hasbro offering for an Elita toy. And then we have here Elita 1 from the Netflix series, which is kind of weird that they did not include Elita in the Siege line of toys from Hasbro, and they opted to wait for their Netflix line of toys, because Elita and Bumblebee were quite prominent characters in that series. Of course, this is the series toy, but still, I still do not see the point in not including them in the Siege official lineup. I mean, the Siege official lineup was great, but it would have been greater if they would have included Elita and Bumblebee there as well. The Netflix toys are a pain to find here in the Philippines, especially these two, the Bumblebee one and Elita. I do not know why. I do not wish to know why. But like I said, I thought I was never gonna get this toy. So kudos to Hobby Corner for still pulling through, getting stocks from somewhere else. This, like I said, I know this is not the regular release, Hasbro release. This is a Takara Tomy. This is a Takara Tomy box. The only reason why I know that is because all the texts are in Japanese. So look at that. Even though it's made in Vietnam. But still, all the pertinent details on the box, even in front, it's Japanese. Of course, the decals and everything are. And you also don't get. I know there was a. Is this a re-release? I'm really not sure. The backing board, the backing carton inside the box would have been the Teletran 1. The Teletran 1 play set thingy. Anyway, going back, I'm sorry for such a wild video with no direction whatsoever. So we were talking about the Power of the Primes Elita and this and the new Elita 1 figure. Newish, since this came out last year. Not really. We've been 2 months into 2021, and so far it has just been a repeat of 2020 here in the Philippines. Yeah. First month you say the government says everything's gonna be fine. The next month a volcano explodes and our vaccines are not yet coming because I guess nobody wants to send their vaccine here because of all that shit that our government raised before because of Sanofi's vaccine for dengue. But that's another topic, and I'm not sure that everybody wants to talk about it. Everybody just wants to forget it. But so far, that's the way things are going here. And I am really glad that I have toys to keep me distracted from all that. Anyway, let's go back to Elita. Sorry for rambling again. So yeah, I think this is the first original toy that Hasbro offered us for Elita, and it is a very, very chunky lady. It's actually bigger than the Siege Prime. I often posted pictures of the Siege Prime and this figure because I haven't gotten the Elita 1 from the Netflix series. And well, they might, yeah. She is quite taller than Prime, or about just the same height. I'm not sure. Yeah, just about the same height. But she looks like a huge lady that could beat up Prime. But of course, Elita could also beat up Prime, especially the way he is depicted in that cartoon series, in that animated series. Elita has more balls than Prime actually. I do not know why they characterized Optimus Prime, the iconic leader of the Autobots, like that. But yeah, in the in the animated series, Elita Prime most definitely can kick Optimus Prime's butt, especially decision making wise. Yeah, kind of reminds me of our own leader, who anyway. I, sorry if I can't keep track and you keep falling into the pitfalls of complaining about the situation here in the Philippines. But yeah, so these are the one of the two primary characters in Netflix. The other one would be Megatron, and the ideology clash between the two of them. But yeah, like I said, Elita has been more badass in that animated series than Prime. She is the uh, she replaced Ultra Magnus as the commander, military commander of the Autobots, and she is more strategic, more warrior-like, more, like I said, more badass than Prime. And Prime went off into outer space, chasing after a jettisoned matrix of leadership, while Elita opted to remain in Cybertron to continue the fight for the Autobots, to lead the remaining Autobots on Cybertron against the Decepticons. So, in my book, Elita should have been more credited as the Autobot leader than Optimus Prime in that series. Uh, anyway, the toy version of Elita looks great. Like I said, I'm not sure if there are differences between the Hasbro release and this Takara Tomy release. I, everybody knows that the Takara Tomy toys are more well made, if not more well painted, color wise than the Hasbro ones. We had a lot of Hasbro releases repainted, and it looks awesome. Released as part of the Takara Tomy Legend series, something like that. So yeah. Anyway, the paint on Elita here is great. This orange part is painted. I hope this does not chip. Sorry about this. I'm having problems with pronunciation lately. I do not know why. Probably because I have a blister on my tongue. Uh, he so yeah. Main difference between engineering mates, mold mates, RC here, and Elita has more painted parts. You could see the gloss of the paint of the orange one, and also the chest. This RC is more matted. The plastic they use are more matte than the ones that they used here in Elita. Elita just looks more glossy in hand. Also, instead of just white, they painted Elita's thighs. This is painted. I know this is painted. Yeah, this is red. They molded Elita's thighs in red plastic, then they painted it white. So I'm quite sure this will ship quite soon. Still it looks amazing. Part of the torso, you could see that it's molded in red, and then there are paint applications here, like the orange part here going to her crotch, and then also the flesh colored parts, the white color parts Yeah. Also on the part of the color. One thing that's weird about this orangey paint application is that it's only in front. You can see that there is a great line there. There is a line there on the head and on the torso. You can see that. And they did not bother to paint the other side of this toy. So the back of her head, the back of her torso is just plain molded in red plastic. So also her upper arm, I think this is molded in white and then painted, or is that painted? I think this is just painted. I know this is molded in tan plastic, but the paint and the molded tan plastic, the color matching there is amazing actually. The paint is just a bit glossier. The face is also of the tan color as the plastic. The color matching with between the molded tan plastic and the painted tan parts are amazing. That's good. I like the red here. I think it's almost the same. Yeah, they share the same red plastic as this the Siege Optimus Prime. I'm not sure about the scale. The scale, I think she is around this tall in the animated series. But still, it is a what do you call this? I know the RC figure has been called trash by most, but I kind of liked it. Yeah, but I still like the Chromia one. The Chromia one, the Chromia of the fembots they have released for this trilogy of toys. I think the most my favorite one was the Chromia one, and then the Nightbird one from Generation Select. This mold, which includes the green one, the green recolor of RC, which is included in the Paradron Medics for the Galactic Odyssey collection. I still don't have that one. I'm not really sure if I have that one. I also have that on pre-order, but on a different shop, and haven't heard from anything about that yet. So, oh no, 16 minutes and I've just been talking about politics and shit. Sorry about that. So, toy is great. Toy looks great. It's not really that great. It's okay. It's okay-ish, especially if you are looking for a representation of the figure in your collection. Okay. I'm not gonna show you how to transform it. If you want, you could watch my RC video. I'm gonna link it down below. It's basically the same. This is a shell former. Also, the articulation is the same. You see that? You can raise her hand sideways. Has bicep swivels. Can bend her elbows that much. Has inner. There is a hinge in the wrist that allows you to move her hand inwards and outwards. Head is on a ball joint. It has a waist rotation which is very high up, almost mid torso. Can do the splits that much. Can raise her legs that much. Has double jointed knees, but that's for transformation actually. Has no hinge. Yeah, there is a hinge on the ankles to allow for ankle tiltage, and that's it. Okay, so that's the toy. She doesn't really hold that gun very well, and it is a more translucent plastic than this one, which is a milky smegma like plastic. So yeah, oops, those knees are pretty bendy, very loose actually. See. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna transform her and show you her Cybertronian Car Mode, and then we'll wrap this up, okay? Alright, so I finally transformed her. It's still a pain to transform, and it's kind of weird to transform since you just smush her up into her backpack, and as you can see, this is really not transformed that great. This other part is okay, this other part is not, but that's as much as I would fiddle with it, as this is really annoying to transform, especially with the very flimsy shell of a car that she transforms into. I've seen other people transform her with like this so that she looks different from RC, or you could do that to RC, but the proper way is actually and no, you cannot. Like this. A problem with the gun, you could actually, yeah, it's the same with RC. You could place your gun there, so that's storage for your gun. Yeah, like I said, my preferred fembot, female robot of the line currently would be, sorry if my camera is too bright or the lights are too bright. RC is blurred. I don't know why. It's kind of blurry, my camera is kind of blurry. I'm not sure why. Like I said, this is an okay transformation. It's not a great toy, it's not a great representation, but it is representation of the character. If you are collecting all the characters from the animated series, you have to have an RC, and this is the RC that the official RC one that they have given us. My preferred, like I said, my preferred female robot version of the toy that they gave us would still be that girl, the one that transforms it. Oh, now I forgot her name. I kept mentioning her on the first part of this video. Now I forgot her name. It's like, who was that girl? Wait, let me look. Sorry. RC and not RC, the other one. Oh man, sorry about this. I keep blacking out whenever I'm doing videos, and then I keep mentioning names at the start of the video, then at the end of the video when I'm trying to make a point, I keep forgetting who I keep forgetting the names. I did this in the Dinobot video, and now I'm doing this in this video again. Chromia, yeah, that's the name. Chromia. I still prefer a Chromia mold to the RC Elita 1 mold. Why? Because there's an actual transformation. Even if the transformation is lifted or patterned after the engineering of the Power of the Prime's fembots, Greenlight and the other girls there, it's still a better transformation than this one, which is kind of annoying and kind of feels like a cop-out, even though it is a bit hard to do since you have to smush her into her backpack. Still, I am grateful to have representation of figures that I wanted for so long from the official line, Takara, Tomy, or Hasbro. So yeah, That's my look at this toy. Sorry for rambling too much. This is a very long video which discusses the figures in a minority, and I've rambled on about a lot of other stuff. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's my look at the toy. It's an okay toy. It's if you are looking to complete the character set of the Siege or the Earthrise characters, you gotta have an Elita one, and I hope you had a better time looking for it than I was. I kind of gave up on this toy of having ever this toy, but it's here now, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, even if I ramble too much. Okay. Comments, questions, and suggestions, type them down below. Please do not roast me for my knowledge of Transformers or my remembrance, my memory of the names and everything. Like I said, I'm just taking a look at the toy, and I like the toy. Some of you may not like the toy, but let's keep our opinions. Let's respect all opinions, okay? Thank you guys, and see you at the next video.